Okay, so hi everybody. I'm making a video based on the Instagram poll that went up on my Instagram at KeySawPT. You guys chose between how to gain weight the right way and how to lose weight without willpower. You chose how to gain weight the right way. So thank you for that. I'm doing a video on it because of you guys. Okay, so right. First of all, here we are, how to gain, Okay, so, yeah, how to gain. Right, first of all, should you, all right? So, good question, because some of us may not need to be trying to gain weight. So what we're looking for, in guys, if you are, around 20 to 25% body fat, you may not need to be gaining more weight. If you're looking to be more healthy and perform better, in a gym context especially, but on all round, work, sleep, energy levels, gym performance, all that sort of stuff. If you're at the top end of that, so 20 to 25% body fat, you may not actually be needing to gain any more weight. You can happily stay where you're at, but you might not actually experience any improvements from gaining weight if you're in that range, And if you're a woman, anywhere, what is this here? I'm reading this body fat, healthy body fat ranges for adults. We've got 30, anywhere between 30 to 35 or 36% for women. So, if you're around 33% to 36% body fat, just like somewhere in that higher range of body fat. Okay, so for women, the top end of the body fat you want to be at is around 30 to 35%. And you may not be interested in gaining much weight if you're up there. But if you are under 20% body fat, you could definitely use this video to help you get to a more healthy body fat range, one that helps you perform a bit better. That is, if you are experiencing any issues which you think could be related to your low body fat percentage. Yeah, so here we are then. Should you? That's what we're looking at. If for a guy, if you're 20 to 25% body fat, that would mean I'm going to pull up a picture, and that picture gives you an index of like guys from really low body fat all the way to really high body fat. You can see that there'll be like a 20 to 25% picture, and if you think for reference that that's whereabouts you are, then that's you, and that's fine. But you may not be interested. You may not really need to be gaining any more weight. So there's that for the men, and then I'll pull up one for the women. There's a body fat index there. It's only rough. It's only an estimate, but it's still kind of better than nothing. If you think you're a woman who's about like 35% body fat, then you probably don't need to be gaining much weight from there. So this video might not be very helpful to you. Except for maybe in the future, if you want to learn how to gain fat when you're in a very low fat body fat percentage. So yeah, should you? And if you're below them, then this might be beneficial to you. So yes, why would we want to gain? So gaining would be improving our performance, maybe in work, in the gym, getting better sleep, more energy levels, all sorts of reasons why gaining a bit more weight could actually be beneficial to us. Anyway, you've got my advice there for should you, all right? Next up, maintenance calories, So what I'm going to do is I'm going to link in the video, in the information below the video, is there's going to be the total daily energy expenditure calculator, And that calculator is going to be something that you input your age, your gender, height, and weight, and your activity levels into. It takes like 2 seconds. Honestly, it's really easy to do, and it'll give you a rough estimate of your maintenance calories, your baseline calories, which means that if you eat those calories in a day, then you won't be gaining weight and you won't be losing weight. That's your maintenance calories, right? It's really helpful to know that, because we're going to start to add calories to our diet if we want to gain weight, right? So maintenance calories. And then add 200 calories to your maintenance. I might have to just write that here so that it's actually I've made a point of that. Add 200 calories. I'll circle that. Add 200 calories to your maintenance. okay? That's not too many calories and it's not too few. One more thing, everybody. Don't forget, if you're interested in getting help and you're serious about your journey in fitness, it doesn't have to be related to weight gain only, it could be anything else. Follow me on Instagram at KeesaWPT. Send me a message and maybe I can help you. I do online coaching as well as one-to-one coaching in person. All right, so maybe I can help you with that. All right. Otherwise, though, thank you very much. Feel free to browse some of the other videos I've got on my YouTube. They might be helpful to you. Okay. All right. Brilliant. Thank you. So the reason we're going to add 200, it's basically like you don't want to gain more than like a pound of body fat per week, or a pound of weight per week, because it could suggest that we're going to overshoot. You know, you might be eating too much and it won't be sustainable for you to eat this much for a very long period of time. In fact, you might reach your weight goal very, very quickly, which sounds good, but if you're doing this in a gym context, then you will have gained far more fat than you would have muscle. And that perhaps if you did it a bit slower, there would have been more time for the calories to go to building muscle as well as going a bit on the body fat side as well. See, we're not just trying to go up in body fat, we're trying to increase our muscle mass. So, you know, that's for ladies and guys. If you're in the gym, this is in a gym context, then we're trying to increase muscle mass. So, you know, if you go too quickly, you might find that you gain weight too quickly and you end up out of shape, and with not very good gains to show for it. Whereas if you do a slight increase in your calories and you go and use what have I written it here? I should have written it here. You want to use the scales, okay? I was meant to write it on the board. Using scales once a week, same day, same time of day every week, okay? Once a week. So you could choose a Sunday for that, a chilled out Sunday. That's what I was gonna say. You could choose a Sunday because it's chilled out. Choose the time, you know, 12 o'clock midday. You're gonna weigh yourself on Sunday, and then in a week's time, weigh yourself again on that Sunday, okay? Really easy way to know if you're going up in weight as quickly as you should. Again, it's only a rough estimate, even from the scales week to week. It'd be looking for, you know, from 1 month to 2 months time, how much weight have you gained? But the scales are a really good way of making sure you don't go up too quickly and that you are gaining weight at all. You know, it could be that if you're not using the scales, you think you're in a calorie surplus and you're not gaining any weight, and you've wasted 2 or 3 weeks not weighing yourself and then having the problem where you're like, oh, I thought I was doing it right, but I actually haven't been, so you have to start all over. So get on the scales once a week. It's going to help you accurately and reliably test if your weight is increasing or not, okay? So make sure you get some scales and you do that once a week, okay? MyFitnessPal. So after that, we want to make sure that we've got MyFitnessPal. It's an app on the App Store. Download it, okay? It allows you to track your calories, okay? So what I was going to suggest to you guys and ladies out there who are interested in gaining weight, okay? Or if this is, you know, in a future video, I'll make how to lose weight. This app will be useful to you, okay? So MyFitnessPal, you track your calories, okay? What I'd suggest, if you are a habitual eater, if you eat the same kind of regular meals every week in and week out, you could use MyFitnessPal to track your meals for like a week, right? And if you look at what you eat for a week, you can see how many calories you're taking in roughly every day. And you can see that, you know, oh, I just need to add a couple hundred more calories or whatever to your diet. And, you know, it helps you, again, more accurately and reliably track your weight gain, okay? So, again, we're not just doing random shit and, like, just throwing stuff at the wall and just drinking loads of crap and, you know, just eating whatever. We're going to track our calories, and we're going to make it so that we're measuring what we're doing and we're not just blindly guessing, okay? So MyFitnessPal, okay? And then a lot of you guys and girls probably out there are wanting to know about protein, because it seems it's very important in a gym setting. you know, and in your lifestyle, if you're a gym goer. 0.8 grams of protein per pound of body weight is just fine for you if you go to the gym. Okay, so that's that. Okay, 0.8 grams of protein per pound of body weight. All right, so you can figure that out on a little calculator. You know, how much do you weigh in pounds, and then what is 0.8 of that? That's your protein goal every day. Okay, so doesn't need to be too much more than that. Okay, and it doesn't need to be any less than that, really. You can afford to go a little less than that and not have any problems, but you don't need to eat tons and tons of protein. If anything, it just gives you kind of, you know, digestive problems. You know, you've got a lot of heavy stuff in your stomach and it just takes a long time, and you get a bit, you know, full, and you just get a bit groggy, whatever. So just have about the right amount, not too much, not too little. 0.8 grams is perfect. Okay. All right, mindset. So, right, the reason I've got mindset on here is because why are we doing this? You know, is it to improve our lifestyle, you know, or is it to improve our performance in the gym? It's good to remember what the positives are, what we stand to gain from doing this. Okay, so if you're an underweight guy or underweight girl, you know, you're in the body fat ranges that are too low for somebody of your size and gender, then you're only going to stand to gain from doing a weight gain, you know, a weight gain diet. Okay, because currently, as you're experiencing, you know, only negative, like a far more negatives than you are positives from being underweight, right? So, you know, like you're getting bad sleep, you've got low energy levels, you think, you know, your hormones are a bit out of whack, you know, you're feeling a bit depressive, your mood's not feeling great, and you're performing terribly at work, in the gym, whatever, you know, you're not making any progress. Then if you start to gain weight, you're going to start to experience less and less of these problems, and you're probably going to feel happier, more energy, better performance, better quality sleep, all these great things that you aren't currently getting as an underweight person, right? So in terms of mindset, that's great, because you know that if you want to get away from the suffering that you're currently in, then all you have to do is do more of the weight gaining diet. Okay, if you think that this is what you're suffering from, do the weight gaining diet and see if it improves your symptoms. And if it has, perfect, then we know it was the right thing to do. Okay, so in terms of mindset, it's really good, because if you're finding it hard to get the food in and you're struggling with motivation, and it's only going to be hard at first, and then it's going to get easier and easier, because again, you're only going to be experiencing more positives from what you're doing, okay, not more negatives. Okay, right, so keep that in mind. It's going to be helpful for you when you start doing your weight gain journey. All right, keep high sugar and fats to a minimum. There's the Eat Well plate here. I thought I'd bring it up. I don't know if you can see it. Okay, Eat Well plate. This is what you want, okay? A large portion of that Eat Well plate is fruits and vegetables. A large portion of that Eat Well plate is bread, rice, potatoes, pasta, so your carbohydrates, proteins, dairy, and then look, okay, fatty and sugary foods is a very thin sliver of our daily intake, okay? So if you're a gym goer, this might be a bit more protein. This slice of that pie for meat, fish, eggs, and beans might be a little bit bigger, but not a ton bigger, okay? You want to get the majority of your calories through fruit, vegetables, carbohydrates, dairy, proteins, okay? And then a little bit from your fatties and your sugary foods, okay? So keep that in mind, okay? Because, you know, you're going to experience much more negative symptoms of weight gain if you're eating lots of crappy food, okay? It's a no-brainer. You know, if you are one of those people who thinks that doing a dirty bulk is going to somehow, you know, give you a lot of, well, if you think that doing a dirty bulk is going to give you the same sort of feeling as doing a clean weight gain will, there's a bit of a difference, you see, because think about it, right? I could eat a nice home-cooked meal with a balanced portion of vegetables, carbohydrates, protein, and, you know, dairy, and a little bit of fatty and sugary bits in there, in like a whole plate of food. All right, I could eat one of those, right? A nice wholesome meal. And then, or I could go to the chip shop and order fish and chips with curry sauce and a bottle of Coke. In an hour's time, ask yourself, do I feel good from doing that? The answer is going to be no, because you're going to feel really bad. You didn't give your body what it is that you wanted, all right? What it is that it wanted, okay? Your body wants a nice healthy balance, okay, on all of your meals, right? If you're eating fish and chips and drinking sugary drinks to get your calories in, you're gonna feel really bad, okay? That should be obvious, okay? If you want to go about the weight gaining the right way, you're gonna need to eat a nice balanced portion of these macronutrients every day, okay? So macronutrients, fats, carbohydrates, and protein. Okay, those are your 3 macronutrients. Okay, you structure your plate of food in that with those 3 macronutrients in a balanced manner. All right, so again, use the Eat Well guide to structure your plates and your average daily intake of food using the Eat Well guide. It's actually a good guide. There's nothing wrong with that whatsoever. We don't need to get all trendy or anything. This is simply, good enough for all of us. All right. Okay. When to stop? Finally, I'm going to check my camera's still rolling. When to stop, all right? When to stop would be when we, as a guy, reach our 20 to 25% body fat range, okay? Or you start to experience only more negative side effects to your weight gain than positives, So in terms of your energy, if you're feeling more sapped of energy, you're getting worse sleep, you are feeling sad and depressive, your performance in the gym is worsening perhaps as well, like same to ladies, all of these symptoms, then it's probably time to start dialing back that weight gain and probably just go back down to maintenance calories. Okay, maintenance calories, meaning we're not gaining, we're not losing. That's a good place to be after you finish a weight gain. Just like maintain what you've done and try to keep a nice, healthy, balanced approach to your diet every day. But yeah, when to stop would be when, if you are, for guys, 20 to 25% body fat range, in the top ends of those, then start to think about dialing it back. And for ladies, 30 to 35% body fat range, if you get to that 35%, probably time to start dialing it back again, maintain calories or drop down in calories and just start cutting a little bit, okay? So why do we do a weight gain in the gym setting, for gaining muscle? Simply, we do it because it ensures that we have a surplus of calories for gaining muscle. Okay, so, if we're in the gym and we're in on a maintenance or a deficit of calories in a gym setting, and you're trying to improve your strength and the amount of muscle you have over a long period of time. If you're at maintenance or deficit, it means that it's less likely for you to, well, if you're in a deficit, you're probably going to be losing muscle, so you might gain a bit of strength, but you're going to lose overall muscle size and muscle mass. So if you do a weight gain, your goal is obviously to keep the calories above maintenance, so that those calories go to feeding your body for recovery and building more muscle size, and it will definitely help with improving your muscle strength as well. So the context behind doing a weight gain for a gym setting is to obviously also get stronger and bigger, okay? There's also the factors of, if you need to do a weight gain because you're an underweight person and you're experiencing, negative health side effects from being underweight, then again, this is probably for you. So yeah, that's that on why we do it. I feel like I wasn't quite clear enough at the start of the video, but it's good to at least chuck it in now. So yeah, and then yeah, exercise 1 to 2 times per week. I mean, if you're doing this weight gaining thing, if you're an underweight person and you don't go to the gym, that's fine. You would still benefit from doing all of this stuff without going to the gym. But if you do go to the gym, it's going to help you again, because it's going to improve, your appetite. You're going to probably get a little bit better sleep. You're going to feel a bit happier because it's, sending out, the dopamine and the serotonin. Your brain produces more of that, which keeps you more happy, improves your mood. So, there's plenty of, and, just getting fitter and healthier if you go to the gym too. So if you do these two things side by side, you're going to experience a lot of good health benefits from it. So yeah, that's it really. I think that's everything. Okay, so let's do a quick recap. Should you, we talked about that. Are you in the right body fat range, and does it suit your current situation? And then maintenance calories, finding your maintenance calories through the total daily energy expenditure calculator. Add 200 to that, and then tracking your calories on MyFitnessPal. Do a week's tracking, or even track every day until you're done with the weight gain. That might be a good way to do it too, so you're always sure that you're taking in the right amount of calories. 0.8 grams of protein per pound of body weight for both men and women, absolutely fine. Mindset, the reasons why, what we stand to gain from doing the weight gain, if you are struggling to find motivation to do it, or you're finding it hard to do it, having the right mindset. Keep high sugar and fats to a minimum. When to stop, like we talked about, when you get to a point where you're experiencing less benefits from it, maybe you're experiencing some sort of negatives from it, or you think that on the body fat scale, if you look at yourself as a guy, you're in that 20 to 25% body fat reference picture, then you should probably stop or dial it back. And then for ladies, if you're at that 30 to 35% body fat reference picture, stop or dial it back. Okay, exercise 1 to 2 times per week. All right, that's it everybody. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you found it useful. All right, cheers.